Okay, good morning. Welcome to
KidMath number 45.
KidMath number 45. We're in the review section for Art of Problem Solving's algebra book, the chapter on complex numbers. And this looks like a pretty cool problem to try. It might be a little bit of arithmetic here, so maybe I'll write and you just talk, and maybe that'll help it just go a little faster. 13 plus I can be factored into the product of 1 plus 2i and what other complex number? Okay. First of all, do you understand the question?
Yeah. They need. So we know 13 plus I equals 1 plus 2i times a plus bi.
Okay. All right, and then very good. Hey, high five. Good job. That's exactly what this means. 13 plus I equals 1 plus 2i times some other number a plus bi. Okay? And we're trying to find what a plus bi is. Now, so this is no different than if I told you that 15, the number 15, equals 3 times some number x. Okay? 15 can be factored into 3 times some other number. In this case, what's the other number?
It's 5.
How did you figure that out?
Well, you divide by 3. 3 cancels. Here, leaving a 5.
Okay, very good. Do you by any chance see an eraser anywhere?
There, I think.
Oh, yeah, just grab that one. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. I know this is thrilling on camera. Okay, so we could just divide when we just had real numbers. What's your plan here?
Well, we can make it real numbers.
How?
We can multiply everything by I.
Well, but if we multiplied everything by I, we would get 13i plus I squared.
Not quite.
It's a good idea, by the way, but that
Not
doesn't quite work on this one.
Well, what happens if we divide by 1 plus 2i?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'll write for you. So we get 13 plus I over 1 plus 2i. That equals our number, a plus bi. Okay, and the only problem is, the only problem is this number isn't obviously equal to this. It isn't in the form a plus bi. It's the ratio of two complex numbers. Do you have any idea how to proceed from here?
Well, are we allowed to factor out an I from this complex number?
It's a pretty simple number, right?
Yeah.
13 plus I, so the I doesn't really factor out. If you factored out an I, you'd get I times 13 over I plus 1.
So no.
Yeah, so no. Any other ideas about this sort of number, 13 plus I over 1 plus 2i?
Well,
What's giving you a hard time about this number?
we can't simplify it.
Yeah, the problem is that we'd really like to simplify, but what's the difficulty? Why is this number making you all like squeamish and like, ugh? What's wrong with this number?
You can't simplify it.
Well, why not? What's difficult about this number?
Because you have real numbers and imaginary numbers.
True. Yeah.
What else can we say?
What's upsetting about this number, 13 over I over 1 plus 2i?
It's a fraction.
It's a fraction.
With an I on the bottom.
With an I on the top and an I on the bottom. And what do we normally do in that situation?
We can go 1 minus. We can multiply by 1 minus 2i over 1 minus 2i.
Right, that's why. So now we multiply by 1 minus 2i over 1 minus 2i.
And we don't have to do it on the other side because it's just multiplying by 1.
Right, we're just multiplying by 1 here. So we have to evaluate 1 minus 2i times 13 plus I. Okay, so that's not going to be too hard. 13 plus I. What's minus 2i times 13?
Minus 26i.
Minus 26i. And then what's minus 2i times I?
That's 2. Plus 2.
That's 2. Okay, so I get 15 minus 25i. Okay, so the top of my fraction here becomes 15 minus 25i. And the bottom of my fraction, this is 1 minus 2i times 1 plus 2i. 1 minus 2i times 1 plus 2i. That's a good difference of squares. That's a difference of squares. It's 1 plus 2i minus 2i, so those cancel. Minus 2i times 2i is?
It's minus 4. It's plus 4.
Plus 4. So I got 1 plus 4, which is 5. So I get 15 minus 25i over 5.
We can take a 5 out of everything.
Okay, what does that simplify to be?
So we get 3 minus 5i over 1.
Over 1, which is 3 minus 5i.
Okay.
So let's just check. Does 1 plus 2i times 3 minus 5i equal 13 plus I? Okay.
So let's see. So you have
It's
3.
the real numbers are going to come from the 3 and the 2i times minus 5i. What is 2i times minus 5i?
It's 10.
10 plus 3 is?
13. So
And then the i's are going to come from minus 5i plus 6i, which is?
which actually is I.
I. There we go. So we solved this problem just by dividing.
We didn't have to do any kooky, I don't know.
We didn't have to do anything kooky. All we did is divide, as if these were just normal, regular, everyday numbers, like the numbers that live right next door to us, or the numbers that live down the street.
Yeah.
We just divided, and then we simplified. We had a fraction that was kind of weird, right? Except we just we multiplied by the conjugate to eliminate the denominator from being imaginary or complex. I mean.
Yeah.
And we got a nice simple number. Pretty cool, right?
Yes.
All right, good job. Sorry that took a little while, but it's a pretty cool problem.